For the last 2 weeks, I've been exploring Portugal with my family, road tripping from the north to the south of the country, tasting port, hiking through vineyards, and exploring medieval cities.
This is the best day of our life!
But now that my family has said goodbye and headed back to the US, I'm going to take you along on a very realistic weekend in Lisbon with Dylan and I.
Are there deadly spiders here?
From Airbnb nightmares to surprise festivities and a magical day trip to Sintra, this video will give you a really good sense of what it's like to travel full-time. So without further ado, welcome to Lisbon, Portugal.
So the time has come for us to downgrade in luxury from...
Oh, we're staying in luxury. A cool hostel.
We're going to a hostel. We are in a private room, so that's an upgrade from my usual dorms. Yeah, we're moving from this lovely hotel that my parents put us in, which was just great. They left this morning, which is really weird, especially Ansley, because I've been with her for so long. But now, packing up all our stuff, and we are going to move to our next hostel. We're staying in Lisbon, but it's just about maybe like a mile away from here. So yeah, that's the plan for the morning. Oh, thanks, King. I'm very stressed right now, but it's fine. We're here and it's fine. But basically what happened was we booked this hostel. It's more of like a co-living sort of thing through Airbnb, and it said hosted by Lisbon Lodge. So we assumed it was at the Lisbon Lodge hostel. So the address that the host gave us took us here to the Campolite neighborhood. Well, first we put in the address, he goes, "You're not gonna like this part of town. This is a bad area. And I was like, okay.
That's why when you enter on the car and you give me the address, I ask you if you know.
Sure.
So then we get to the street and he goes, "This can't be right. Like, this is where the drug dealers hang out."
Like, you guys got scammed, this and that.
Yeah.
We're like,
what? Like, maybe the address was wrong. So we put in Lisbon Lodge, took us to a totally different part of town, way better area. And we get there and the host is like, "No, we have 2 different locations." So we basically had to drive all the way back. We paid like an 18 euro taxi. Yeah, we get here and the cab driver was like, "Oh," he gave us his number. He was like, "Please call me if you need help."
telling us where the police station is and like a bunch of other stuff. And we're like, okay. And then I ended up saying, like, let's just go there and we'll go and deal with it. And like, we got in here, it's nice. Like, it's a cool,
yeah,
it's
like
very beautiful.
The space itself is really nice. Like, this room is what the photos showed. There is like a shared kitchen with nice amenities. The Wi-Fi is extremely fast, which is amazing. The location is definitely not what I would have handpicked.
It's also cheaper here than everywhere else.
Yeah,
so, like,
we're also like on a budget. But yeah, our taxi driver just completely freaked us out.
So this one's gonna decompress.
It stressed me
We're gonna get
out. We haven't even eaten breakfast and all this has happened and we're just like, this is way too much events for me pre-coffee. So that's what we're gonna do.
So let's get you some coffee.
Very shortly. Let's have a great day of our weekend.
You're fine.
Okay, let's go. So I actually very rarely work at co-working spaces just because, for example, this one is 15 euros for the day, and usually I would just prefer to go work at a cafe and just eat the food there, and that's kind of my payment for being there. But the reason we're here today is because we both have a bunch of calls this afternoon. I have an interview in like 10 minutes, and then I also have a few voiceovers I need to record for my Sevilla video. So I'm currently in one of the phone booths, and I love when co-working spaces have this because it's just like a tiny insulated room that is really good for getting on phone calls and stuff like that, not disturbing others and not having any noise around you, because in cafes and stuff like that you can't really control your environment as well. So that's why we're at a co-working space today, but tomorrow we'll probably go find a cool cafe in town to work at since we are more flexible with work.
That's annoying.
So not only is this place located directly on a 6-lane highway, we are also directly under the flight path to Lisbon Airport. Yeah, I didn't sleep much last night when we heard from our Airbnb driver when we heard from our taxi driver that this location wasn't great. We were like, whatever, it's just a place to sleep. Apparently not. Apparently not. You may be asking, Crosby, why don't you just close the window? There's no air conditioning and it's 90 degrees here. So we were sweating all night, had the door cracked, and we're listening to the highway and the planes. Not a great combination. So as you can see behind me, Dylan has made a decision for us. I'm not gonna lie guys, I'm getting a little over the unpacking, the packing, and the moving friggin' every 2 days. Oh, I found my Vaseline! I've been looking for this for so long. Oh my god.
So long as in 12 hours.
That's a long time. Guys, I have a really weird thing about Vaseline. My lips get so chapped. Hold on, here comes the plane.
Oh, it is literally right there.
Anyways, my Vaseline. And I bet you I'm like causing some kind of deficiency by doing this, but I just love it so much. Anyways, I'm getting annoyed with the packing and the unpacking thing. Usually I travel much slower than this, but the last month I've been with my sister, my family, now Dylan, so I can't. But I have about a week left in Europe, so we're gonna make the most of it. I'm super excited. All right, and since we're in kind of a like random location, there's no cabs around, so time to go search for a cab, and it's boiling hot, and we have all of our bags, so this should be fun. All right, here we go, guys. Goodbye, Ram. I will not miss you. Thank you.
You're not gonna fit. There you go. Look straight up.
Hello, sir. Say it with me. Immediately no. Well, this is fun. This is glamorous. We've decided to call an Uber because there's no taxis in sight. We're in. Where have you taken us? Oh my god. Dylan!
What's the view like?
Oh, sick. That's a city view right there.
Did I do okay?
I don't understand you. First of all, it's only 10:30 a.m. so I thought we were just gonna drop our bags at the front desk. But we get there and he's like, okay, let me check and see if like the room you requested is available. And it was. So he's like, okay, you can go right up to your deluxe king suite. We didn't pay anything, trust me, we cannot afford this type of place.
I travel a bunch, so I have a ton of hotel points
for work.
So I saved up a bunch of them. I have over like 200 nights in hotels over the last like a lot.
Yeah.
So basically I had a bunch of free nights to use, so I ended up booking it here.
Slight upgrade from the last place, I'd say. Well, that was a total fail. I literally found that cafe on a blog post called Best Cafes in Lisbon for Digital Nomads, and it didn't have Wi-Fi and very limited power outlets, so we are going elsewhere, but we did have a good breakfast at least, so that's nice. Un americano con leche de avena, un zumo de naranja y un pastel de nata. You guys hear me just trying to order in Portuguese? I'm pretty proud of myself. Okay, so if you come here, you need to try a pastel de nata. They're like the most traditional Portuguese pastry. They're all over the country, and Dylan's never tried it, but basically it's like a pastry with like a ton of like different layers of like the flaky dough, and it has a kind of like a cream custard filling. It's really good. My mom's obsessed with them.
Oh, I've definitely had this before.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
So I have just learned that today is Portugal Day, which is one of like the biggest national celebrations in Portugal. This was not planned, but I am not complaining. Our cab driver told us that on Sunday, they're shutting down the street that I'm on right now, the Avenida de Liberdade, and I've already been seeing a bunch of bleachers being set up, so I think there's gonna be some big parade or some giant party here on Sunday, and we will be here for that, and our hotel is really close by, so I'm super excited and gonna film it, so stay tuned for that at the end of the video. We are officially done with work, so we decided to grace ourselves with the hills that we gotta walk up, but we're gonna go do some exploring. That was the most random thing ever that we just came upon, obviously because of Portugal Day. So that was really cool.
Oh yeah. This is literally a sardine festival, so everywhere you go in Lisbon, you get a beer and you eat sardines. So every single place, pretty much their main thing is sardines, so that's what we're having for dinner. Ew, it's kind of gross.
Just do it. I got one too, I'm not chickening out.
How do I eat this? I feel so stupid. Do I cut it?
I don't know. Beware the bones.
A lot of bones. Oh my god. It's actually not bad. It's pretty good. It's a very oily fish with a lot of bones, so time to dig in.
Hey, you just kind of like eat it like a lollipop.
This is so fun! Everywhere we go, it's a party.
Basically a Nutella churro. They actually do this in Brazil a lot. If you go to the beach like Copacabana or something like that, they have all these stands and you can go and get one of these. It's freaking awesome and they're so much better than the churros in the US.
Go for it. Yummy! I love Lisbon. Good morning, guys. It is 7:42 and we're catching the 7:50 train to Sintra and I'm so excited. So the train ride from Lisbon is only 35 minutes and for a round trip ticket it's €5.10. So not bad, we're already here. So if you Google Sintra, chances are the first image that's gonna come up is this beautiful, colorful, yellow and red castle. And look where we are. All of Sintra is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Did you know that?
No, I know.
Fun fact. This is so cool. We got the first timed entry ticket to the Pena Palace, because it's a Saturday and I obviously wanted to get here with the least crowds possible. Definitely recommend doing that because there's already a pretty solid crowd coming in. I officially feel like I'm in a fairy tale. This is literally a castle from Disney World, I swear to God. So it can get a little overwhelming here with the crowds, but if you want to kind of feel like you're all by yourself, the gardens behind Pena Palace are beautiful, especially if you walk down to the Valley of Lakes. It's a bit of a trek, but once you get here, there's hardly anyone here, and it's really, really peaceful. Go in there.
Ainsley wants to go to Narnia.
Yeah, Ainsley would go in that in 2 seconds.
Should I do it?
Yeah.
Are there deadly spiders here?
No, go in there.
Oh, it's so cold.
Love you.
I ain't gonna be one of those news stories. Dumb American goes into a black hole.
We're not going out like that. And that is why you get the first time slot of the day. I don't think your orange juice is big enough.
It's like a torch.
That smells so good. Obrigada. This is crowded, but so worth it. I have never been in something like this. You're literally in a well. Look at this.
And it feels really cool down here because we're like,
yeah,
Like 200, 300 feet underground.
Yeah. Oh wow, look at this. These caves are insane. They're all underground. We've gone on like 4 different pathways. We keep ending up at the bottom of the wells that I saw earlier, which is really cool. It's an adventure. You guys want a real travel vlog? This is it. It is 1:08 p.m. and we are in bed editing like we have been all day. We actually last night, so we got back from Sintra and we were so tired because there was a lot of walking happening. And we've also just been like on the go a lot lately. So we got back and we literally got a bottle of wine and pasta and pizza and just laid in bed and enjoyed the food and watched the season finale of Stranger Things. What was it?
Season 4, Volume 1.
Yes, and it was insane. If anybody else watches Stranger Things, it was wild. But yeah, so then we slept in till like what, 8:30? Sleeping in.
It was 9 actually.
I'm proud of us. We did get breakfast at this really cute cafe. Not a lot of things are open right now because of the festival this weekend, but we did go get breakfast and people are already setting up for the festival tonight because basically the neighborhood we are in is the neighborhood that's throwing the party tonight. So basically they alternate neighborhoods all over the city for this weekend. So it's gonna be really fun later, but we both have videos that we are editing and uploading today. Yeah, that's our Sunday. And then we have a really early flight tomorrow to Sevilla. I'm excited for Sevilla, but not necessarily the flight.
It'll be quick.
It'll be quick. What, we're getting picked up at like 4:30? Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting
picked up at 4:30 tomorrow morning.
So I didn't end up filming anything the rest of the day because, to be honest, I was pretty burnt out. These past few months traveling through Europe have been the most epic, beautiful experience, but after constantly moving from place to place while juggling work, I hit a breaking point. Make sure you're subscribed because in the next video, I'm announcing a huge change in the way I live, work, and travel.
It's official. It's happening.
As always, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!